Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. Longboat Key residents are raising some questions about how proposed changes to Fruitville Road could affect travel times when it matters most.
Fruitville is the main evacuation route for many on Lido and Longboat Keys in the event of a hurricane. But city planners say they shouldn't worry. ABC 7's Adam Cellini spoke with city officials today and joins us live from downtown Sarasota with their explanation. Adam.
Yeah, Scott and Haley, I'm at the corner of Central Avenue and Fruitville Road. This is one of the intersections that could be turned into a roundabout along with the next two intersections as you're heading east down Fruitville Road. Now, the City Commission will hopefully decide later on in April whether to go with the roundabouts or an updated traffic signals at these intersections. But city planners say either option should not slow or increase traffic through the corridor. When Catherine Rosenbaum spends part of her year on Longboat, she only wants to spend part of her time in a car. But when she leaves the island, she usually ends up on one road.
We use Fruitville, sometimes to go to the library, sometimes to go all the way to the highway, sometimes just because it's a thoroughfare. County emergency management officials say it's the main thoroughfare for island residents during evacuation situations, which some think could be more difficult if the city approves 3 roundabouts for the road. And I like the fact that there are stoplights. Steve Stansel, general manager of economic development for the city, asked the State Division of Emergency Management for a worst-case evacuation model for Fruitville, and he says the peak volume was actually less than that of a regular day. Projections, he says, show travel times wouldn't change with roundabouts.
We can show that we can move the traffic through the corridor just as efficiently with the roundabouts than without the roundabouts. You know, we think it's safer for emergency personnel people as well. Longboat Town Mayor Terry Gantz isn't as worried about evacuations as he is driving down a road that would shrink from 2 lanes to 1 at these roundabouts.
Anything which tends to restrain capacity is something we have to oppose.
He's also skeptical about the projected numbers which were calculated from historical traffic data and the goals of a plan from 2001.
They're trying to impose a planner's vision on a reality which is not bare land and upon a road which is a critical part of the traffic network in this area.
Now, emergency management officials are saying that these roundabouts should be large enough to accommodate their largest emergency vehicles. Right now, planners say there will be an 8-foot pullover lane for cars that is designed in that will allow cars to get out of the way of emergency vehicles in those situations. Live in downtown Sarasota, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Haley, back to you.
All right, Adam, thank you. Some breaking news out of Manatee County at this hour. A Bradenton mother on trial for the death of her 4-year-old son has been found guilty. A jury announced that verdict just moments ago. She was charged with aggravated manslaughter in the death of her son, Alexander. The 4-year-old boy was found dead in her home 2 years ago. An autopsy showed he suffered traumatic injuries to his head and chest area. Mar is facing up to 30 years in prison. She'll be sentenced at a later date.
And now for a check on our forecast as we're heading into the weekend, let's head over to Bob.
Well, today, gorgeous. Lots of sunshine this afternoon. Warm things up into the mid-80s in some places. Beaches got up into the mid-70s to upper 70s at times, and we're looking right now at 73 degrees. Pleasant out there. The dew point high at 66, and the humidity 79%. Winds out of the west-northwest at 14. A little sea breeze has kicked in, and the pressure now 29.80 inches, and that continues to rise. So high pressure is going to dominate our weather over the weekend, even though we have a frontal system which is now moving through western portions of Tennessee and northwest Mississippi right now, but there's not much rain associated with it. And that area of low pressure that brought us the rain a couple of days ago continues to head away from Florida. As high pressure builds in, look for nice weather for this evening. We're looking at generally fair conditions. Right now, 77 in Orlando. Temperature still 80 at Mayaca City, 78 in Parrish, and temperature 73 in Venice. Braden, you're at 74. We'll have much more on the weekend and let you know about this front and what it means for our weather coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. For more than a year and a half, crews have been constructing the new Fort Hamer Bridge that will connect Lakewood Ranch to Parrish. Now that massive project is in the home stretch with 75% of it completed. When it's all said and done, the bridge will be more than 2,300 feet long with 19 piers in all. Project officials say the constant growth in Manatee County is one of the primary reasons to connect the north-south corridor.
It's going to alleviate a lot of traffic off of I-75. It's also going to help commuters from Parrish get to Lakewood Ranch quicker. It's also going to provide first responders with a more direct route to get to people that they need to get to.
If everything goes according to plan, the bridge will be complete by the summer this year.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, a higher number needed for approval. How one Florida proposal would boost the number of votes needed to change Florida's constitution.
Plus, new developments in the decision to build 2 nuclear power plants in the state.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I got some really great ribeyes, but my old grill died.
We got a lot of grills here. I show Clay a 3-burner with stainless steel grates. We'll even set it up and deliver it for him.
Ace is the place where you'll feel like you're in grill heaven. Only you won't run into your old grill. That would be awkward.
I'm gonna need more ribeyes.
Don't miss these February red hot buys on wild bird food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Our goal is to do things better than anybody in the country. What makes Sarasota Memorial Hospital's program so special is that it's taking care of the patient in every aspect of cardiovascular disease. And in this community, the patients are very active. The idea is not just to get them over that operation, but to get them back to doing the things that they enjoy doing.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works in contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more.
The 4th Annual St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 25th and 26th at North Straub Park in St. Petersburg.
Bring your love and appreciation of art to the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
A new proposal in the Florida Senate would make it harder for voters to change the state's constitution. The measure would make it so that 2/3 of voters had to be in support of the change before it could be implemented. A jump from the current requirement that 60% of voters need to sign off on a constitutional amendment. Supporters of the measure say it is too easy for groups to use the constitutional amendment process when they don't get the answers they want from lawmakers.
This is the village industry of how to go around the legislature, you know, and the answer is always, well, what do you do when they're unresponsive? Well, no is a response, and if it's not time or we don't believe that's the way to go with an issue, you shouldn't be able to just go around and try to stick it in the state constitution.
A 2016 measure to legalize medical marijuana passed with 71.3% of the vote, so it still would have passed under this proposed higher threshold.
Florida Supreme Court upholds a ruling that ordered a massive nuclear plant expansion to be redone to meet environmental and other concerns. Today, justices rejected an appeal filed by Florida Power and Light. Last year, the 3rd District Court of Appeal in Miami reversed approval of the $18 billion construction of 2 nuclear reactors, ruling that the project approved by Florida Governor Rick Scott and the cabinet failed to account for environmental regulations meant to protect the Everglades and endangered birds.
Bob will be back with your forecast after this.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I won cash for life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony, we're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner. After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
It's the granddaddy of them all, the 89th Annual Arcadia All-Florida Championship Rodeo. March 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, the Arcadia Rodeo Association is proud to present this PRCA-sanctioned event featuring some of the world's best bull, bronc, and bareback riding, roping, barrel racing, and steer wrestling. For the little wranglers, there's a calf scramble and mutton busting. Gates open at 11 each day. For tickets, visit arcadiarodeo.com or call 800-749-7633. It's rodeo at its finest. Don't miss the 89th All-Florida Championship Rodeo, March 9th through 12th.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
Oh, nice warm day here on the Suncoast. A lot of sun. And the weekend is here.
Yeah, the weekend is here, and you know, we had some emails, and then we had a story on 7 on 7 earlier about red tide. People wanting to know about it, you know, and we're not hiding things from anyone, but it's out there, and it's actually spreading. This is the latest report showing the red tide up and down the coast from Anna Maria southward down into Boca Grande, really. And the news is on this is that we're seeing more concentrated levels of basically medium to low concentrations. The high concentrations are down there near Boca Grande, but the spread of these samples are really quite large, and so it's spotty, but it's not as widespread. I mean, the whole area doesn't see red tide, but certain areas are seeing it. You can see some down south now near Minnesota Key, and also just to the north of that as well, a little bit of moderate to low reports there. Siesta Key, a couple of samples showing up there, and also into Big Pass, New Pass, and then places to the north. These had been kind of going away somewhat, but now they're coming back, and also in Anna Maria, a couple of spots there showing up near Longboat Pass as well as the northern tip of Anna Maria Island. So it's out there. You can avoid it because it's not, as I said, concentrated across the entire area, but it is spreading somewhat. Celery fields, nice shot. You can see the reflectivity of those fair weather cumulus clouds around today. And Anna Maria webcam showing calm conditions out there in the seas, and it should stay calm on Saturday. If you're boating, it looks to be really nice. Sunday, a little breezy as a result of a front that is now slicing through Arkansas and the northwestern portion of Mississippi. But the story on it is that there's not much rainfall. You can see hardly any showing up on the radar imagery. A pretty big storm system, the actual low pressure center, causing some severe weather possibly through Ohio. Now for us, no rain around. It's going to be a rain-free weekend. Even with this front around, don't anticipate any significant rainfall. We may see a sprinkle or two late Saturday night and Sunday morning, but it should not be much. 73 in Sarasota right now, a little bit cooler at the end of the Venice Pier, and 82 the high. Now looking at the long-range forecast next week, We're going to see high temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday into the mid-80s to even upper 80s inland east of I-75 on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Low 65 this morning, well above the average of 55. We'll be close to that number again tomorrow morning. And with that in mind, the high dew point temperature will mean some fog forming. We could use some rainfall. Really not a chance for rain until late next week. As far as temperatures go, 69 at Holmes Beach right now, 74 at Rosedale, the Meadows at 75. And in Kensington Park, 74 degrees now, Venice at 71. A bit warmer in Northport at 77 degrees and Rotunda at 71 degrees. The forecast overnight, down in the low 60s with some fog forming, and especially inland areas where it could be rather thick at times. And this model depicting that fog tomorrow morning, just after midnight, we'll start to see it thicken up. Here comes the front. Notice not much shower activity with it. And this is a Saturday 3 in the afternoon, so we'll still be warm. There's a chance we could see some sea fog late Saturday night and Sunday. And then Sunday looks good too, although it will be a bit breezier. Winds will be picking up a bit out of the north and northwest. Really not going to usher in very cold air either. It's going to be still above average on Sunday despite the presence of that front. The story today, though, is the rain-snow mix in Michigan, also snowing now in Wisconsin and Iowa. Severe weather possible from anywhere from most of Indiana all the way up into Detroit and also near Toledo and South Bend. Could see some rough storms as well. Out west, things are calm now, but there's another storm on the heels, and looks like we're going to see maybe some rain for the Oscars on Sunday night there. Temperature 55 in Buffalo, 53 in New York, 39 though in Chicago, Salt Lake City at 32, and Denver 24. Much warmer in Houston right now at 82 degrees. For boaters, looks good. Seas running 2 feet or less with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. Winds out of the west, turning to the northwest. There could be a little fog in the morning. High tide at 10:48. Sunset should be a nice one, 6:28. The forecast tonight. Some fog late, mostly fair, 62 for your low. Tomorrow, look for some sunshine in the afternoon, a few clouds in the morning, 78 your high. The extended forecast, a bit breezy on Sunday. Nice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, mid-80s for highs inland areas, and then chance for showers down until next Friday. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. As we reported yesterday, TripAdvisor ranking Siesta Beach as one of the best in the world.
But while one Sarasota beach enjoys this recognition, the future of another popular beach is hanging in the balance. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has the details.
Yes, once again, Siesta Key Beach has been named the #1 beach in America. But here on Lido, things are a lot different. Erosion has gotten so bad that travelers are having a hard time finding space. It's a tale of two beaches, one that seems to be a mile long, and then the other that's just a few feet from the water.
I got married here about 6 years ago, and it was, I feel like it was out to the rocks over there, and now we got here today and we were just talking about how much smaller it is, and there's no room.
The sky blue waters of Lido Beach once nestled a stretch of sand that was more than double its current size.
We've been coming this time of year for the past 4 years, and we've definitely noticed changes in the beach. We've noticed a lot more erosion.
Sarasota city officials say they are aware of the problem. But for them, the issue goes beyond beach aesthetics to include safety.
It won't require a hurricane or even a tropical storm anymore, just a bad storm. So if the shoreline is breached, the water would run directly into the streets. It would inundate the storm water system. Obviously, then if it's happening while it's raining, it'll flood the island.
Sarasota City Manager Tom Barwin says that's why they're working with the Army Corps of Engineers to finalize a plan to move sand from Big Pass to renourish Lido's shorelines. But there's a growing number of Siesta Key residents in opposition.
Lido does need sand in front of those 2 condos. We don't dispute that. But there's sand out there. There's sand in places that they've taken it from before. Problem if they take it from here is they don't know what will happen. If the beach isn't there, it's not going to be #1.
Peter Van Roken is the chairman of Save Our Siesta Sand, an organization which wants to stop the renourishment project.
The Army Corps has no idea what will happen to Siesta Beach. They have models that say there's going to be no problem, but those models are infinitely complex to begin with.
Van Roken doesn't believe the proposed project models take into account natural phenomenons like wind and wave patterns, but Barwin says the project is based on solid research.
Completely confident that the very minor recycling of sand back to Lido, where it came from, will not have a negative or adverse impact on Siesta.
City officials say they hope to move forward with their plans to renourish Lido, and if they get the permits to start the project soon, the federal government could foot a portion of the bill. In the meantime, Save Our Siesta Sand officials say they plan to file a lawsuit. Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. A night at the Oscars. We have a preview of the star-studded 89th Academy Awards. That's when we return.
Tonight, President Trump takes the stage to address conservatives. Already tough talk on borders, Obamacare, the nuclear arsenal. But millions of Americans disagree. Will he deepen the divide? This is Where America Turns. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
We are going to build a great society where no man or woman are the victim of fear or poverty or hatred, where every man and woman has a chance for fulfillment and prosperity and hope.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Nobody beats Bacon's with Bassett. Rich finishes, beautiful colors, and over 1,000 different fabrics and leathers to choose from. Bassett Custom Furniture at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Right now, all custom premier sofas, upholstered headboards, and ottomans are 40% off. Don't miss this opportunity to get the custom ordered furniture you've been dreaming of for a limited time at 40% off. Only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
The countdown to the 89th Academy Awards has begun, just 2 days away now.
Very exciting. Hollywood's biggest stars will be there in hopes of taking home one of those coveted gold statues. Awards will go to Best Picture, Best Actor and Actress in a Leading Role, and many more categories. As you know, it can be a long event. This year's event from the Dolby Theater will be hosted by late-night comedian Jimmy Kimmel.
And don't forget, red carpet coverage begins at 7 p.m. right here on ABC 7, and then the big awards at 8 o'clock. So stay with us on ABC 7 to see all the excitement.
We'll see you then.
This is an ABC 7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
Monday, February 20th, was President's Day, or Not My President's Day, as some called it. Either way, the occasion highlights an all-too-obvious fact. Communication between President Trump and the media has sunk to a level that makes childish schoolyard name-calling sound like Socratic discourse. It would be comic were it not for the fact that the impact has been to further divide, polarize, and distract the nation. At least you think I'm taking sides. As every schoolchild knows, it takes two to tango. The president playing loose with the facts and calling the press an enemy of the people is not funny, responsible, or true. At the same time, the non-stop, wall-to-wall coverage of Trump Nation by the media includes more commentary and opinion than fact-based news, which takes me to my point. And for those of you who watch regularly, you have heard this before. We have come to a point in this country where situational ethics and secular self-centered partisanship have blurred reality to a point where empirical data-based facts, also known as the truth, is no longer the basis for intelligent debate. Folks, read my lips. There is still such a thing as the truth. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Those are facts. The media is not the enemy of the people. That is a fact. Lying, secrets, and lust for power are enemies of the people. Those are facts. Sensationalism, bias, and the preponderance of one-sided commentary and analysis in place of simply reporting the news of the day has eroded faith in the press. And that, my friends, is also a fact. The world is fed up with this crap. We would be well served by both the White House and the media if they both stuck to the facts, reduced the tweets, stopped calling hype breaking news, and lowered the volume and frequency of their ranting. You guys need to take a time out. I'm Steve Sabato, and we'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website, www.mysuncoast.com, and click Community.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Does it really matter what type of light bulb you use?
We have a huge selection of bulbs. I gave Stella LEDs because they can last up to 20 years.
Ace is a place that knows a lot can change in 20 years. Except these light bulbs.
Hi. Oh, sure.
Don't miss these February Red Hot buys on wild bird food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Main. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter. Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works in contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th Annual St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 25th and 26th at North Straub Park in St. Petersburg. Bring your love and appreciation of art to the St. Petersburg Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Cancer does change people's lives. It is frightening. The treatment for fear is hope. And what works for you is not necessarily going to work for somebody else. It does take a whole team. This is a facility that really cares about the outcome of the patients. So our job at Sarasota Memorial Hospital is to meet the needs of that individual any way we need to meet them.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.